from the Battlehammer here, bringing you another unboxing. Yes, more stuff to clutter your shelves with. So, before we begin unboxing this, we have to say a huge thank you to the wonderful people at Knights Models for sending it to us. They've obviously learnt of our gloriness and legend status and decided, you know what, let's give them a little present. So, they sent us Batman. 3rd edition, no less. Is it any different to the others? Probably. Did I play the original? No. Did I get the original? Yes. It is different from what I've heard. So, what do we get in the box? What's in the box? Upside down on the back. Well, that's bad printing, isn't it? It's not their fault. I've put the lid on backwards. Why have I put the lid on backwards? Because I've already opened the damn thing, because I've already filmed an unboxing for it, but forgot that this ear camera wasn't on. That's all I can say. All I can say. So, let's just swizz this around a bit so I can hold it all together and tip it up without your ink falling out. So you get in the box, the box contains everything you need to start playing the game and collecting Batman's miniatures game. Does it? Does it really? I'll get back to that in a minute. 17 finely detailed plastic miniatures, 1 rulebook, 61 cards, 22 Batman crew objective cards, 23 organised crime objective cards, 8 encounter cards, 8 event cards, 100 plus markers, templates and measuring sticks, 17 plastic bases and 6 dice. That is all true. Mostly. Everything you need to play the game in the box. I must quote thee as liars then, because whilst everything in here is lovely, nice shiny rule book, what appears to be missing are the actual character cards. Yeah, you see, you get so you get your list of components, so you get all your miniatures. Yes, you do get all your miniatures. Get all your bits and pieces, all assembly instructions. Yeah, I like my assembly instructions on a bit of paper. Well, I'm just old school like that. All your tokens, your objective cards, your event cards and counter cards, all of these tokens. But pray tell, where are the cards for my characters? Oh, I've got to download them, have I? Well, then in that case, what you've written on the back of the book is a lie, which makes me sad. But it's the way of things in this modern age, isn't it? You want everything, then, you know, look at that, I love that bit of art, look at that. You've got to download stuff. I know that's hip, cool and cool for the kiddies, but for us oldies, I just, no. Put the bloody things in the game. So, one sheet of tokens, two sheets of tokens, 3 sheets of tokens. That's a lot of tokens. That worries me. Is that going to be taking up all of my table with tokens? But if it does, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because I like tokens. So, tokens are good. Right, just move that out of the way from there. So, there's your dice. Bosh! 5 dice. 1 colour, 1 dice, another colour. The other dice is for the strength of hits, I believe. No idea how it works. I have had a quick read through of the rules. And from what I've seen, it looks like it's going to flow really quickly. Which is a good thing, because a superhero game like this, it should be cinematic and fast moving, shouldn't they? Because if not, then it kind of doesn't have the feel of a superhero thing. So, there's your fat stack of cards. There you go. Cleverly, they've coloured the backs of them different, which is always handy, because that way you know what cards are which. but you can't find character cards, because if you go through them, there are no actual character cards in here. So you know, you're kind of, oh, no cards. Well, bugger. Just the way of things. Have to download. But when it comes to the crux, okay, if that's the only thing I've got to do, just to download a few character cards, fine, annoying, but as I said, it's the way of things. Bag of plastic bases. What's good about that, you say? I'll tell you what's good about it. The fact is that they are textured. I know, textured bases. How cool is that? Simple as. I love it. Would I get used to my Batman miniatures? Maybe. Right, so with this box, you get the special edition figure, Bruce Wayne, the wanderer, vagrant, well, no, hobo. And again, it comes with, the lights buggering that about, isn't it? A nice little textured base, and the, where are you? The model itself, which is a really nicely done little model. They even call it sullen look. You know, that is a really nice little model, that. If it has any stats in the game, don't know, because there are no stat cards. It's another little dig straw. No, it's not a dig, it's just an observation. Observation, and that observation is a bit, well, maybe you should have done. So then, you get your bags of minis. Yeah, I personally would have liked just a quick sheet in there for assembling, but that's the way it goes. But if you're that bothered, you can always look on the edge of the box and you might be able to work out how they assemble from there. Because what I found is not all the bits for the models you want are in the same bag, which is a little bit of a pain, because when I got the horsey out, horses, that side, zoom in a bit, the horse, the police person on horsey horse, is a lovely model, really is. So there's your horse, nay, oh stop it. Again, it, you know, oh, I want to keep that bit on and say it's a unicorn. Hello. No, it all fits together nicely. I don't think there's much I'm going to have to fill there. That's missing a leg. No, it's not, it's here. There it is. So it's nice, you get a policeman on a horse. I think that's really nice. That's a nice little idea. So where is he? So there's his top half, and he has one arm holding the reins. Whee! And then he'll also have a nightstick in his other hand. Awkward on my elbow. So you can see the other cops. Again, they're just really nicely done little models. Oh, shut up you. Not much cleaning to be done on them at all. Just these little bits to snip off, but that's not an issue. And then you got your heads, your little policeman heads. There's a female policeman, again, which is nice to see. And a leg. I don't know who's missing a leg at the moment. And then, oh, there's the legs for the rider on the horse. So those are like most of your good guys. Then, what's in there? More stuff. So in this one you get some of the bad guys. Yada da da. So this one, that goes, again a sculpted base, that goes on up there. I think that's a handrail that goes up there because Penguin, the penguin in the wing. Penguin stands on that. And it's an older penguin. So whether it's the one from the film, I don't know. I haven't actually seen the film yet because I am just so crap at getting to watch films. And then these are the twins, I believe. Hello. Again, look at the sculpting on those. Those are really... Where are you? Hello. Hello. How are you? I'm okay. They're really nicely sculpted. Now, let's put those away. Away. So I'm going to have to go online to download the bloody rules to see who's who, because I bleeding haven't got a clue. And then you get, these are your bits of your bad guys. You get a couple of thugs. Commissioner Gordon's in here. There's a top half of someone. I think that might be Commissioner Gordon's top half, actually. Yeah, because that's a thug. That's a swag bag. So again, they're all very, very nicely done. And then, so these are your arms and bits for your bad guys. And some other, and some other bits. So there's a whole bunch of heads for your various bad guys. Bits and pieces that go onto your other stuff. Now I'm going to grab all those to one side. Let's push that to one side for a minute. This is the figure I have an issue with. It's the Falcone model. Now the issue I have with it is it all builds up rather nicely. You get this chair that fits on somewhere, Madge. Chair fits on, and then Falcone himself, hello, who's armless, stands like on that area there. Now, am I really going to want him running around on a bloody great base with all this extra clutter on in a game? No, it's a nice diorama piece, but as a playing piece, when all your people are running around in the streets, it doesn't quite make sense to me. Again, it's just a personal thing. I mean, it's a nice little diorama, it does look nice, but in the game where you're running around on the streets, I find that a little bit weird, especially if you have the copper on a horse coming after him. You see where I'm going with that? That's just a bit, a little bit strange. And again, another sculpted base for someone, I don't know who. I mean, I don't even know what that's meant to be. Maybe this all makes sense if you've watched the film. Can't be bothered to watch films, I don't have time. And then of course, there's another bag of bits. Yay! Oh. So, now, this is a bit of a straight corner, and that's a lamppost, and that lamppost goes in there. Why would we have a lamppost with lots of little kittens around the bottom? Because it's for Catwoman! Because she hangs off of stuff. That fits in there. It's a little gargoyle head. And she will be hanging from it, which I think is really nice. And she comes with two heads, two choices. Where are you? There you are. There's the normal, stop wiggling, normal Catwoman head and an unmasked head, which is nice. And then you get this other piece of ornamentation, which is a big old gargoyle. Why have we got a big old gargoyle? Well, who's going to stand on the gargoyle? Come on. It's Batman. He somehow stands on it. I mean, him and Catwoman, I would definitely be using the bases they come with, because you can't really have her just sort of standing like that. Oh, hello. And Batman's always got to be a bit posy, hasn't he? So he'll be standing up on the gargoyle with big extra flappy bit of cloakness that's somehow gonna go on there. And there's a couple of girders, and then there's his leg and his head. So they are really, really nice miniatures, and they're a nice. They're not plastic. They are a resin kind of thing, but they're not as flimsy and weak as a lot of resin models can be. Those are, yeah, they're pretty solid. I like those. So yeah, you get a whole bunch of your figures, as usual, because it's a miniature game. Wouldn't be much of a miniature game if it didn't have miniatures, would it? I mean, come on. As I said, you'll need to download your instructions so you can see how they all go together. There's just little bits to clip off of them. There's not much that's going to require that much cleaning. But all I'm going to be doing is, because the game is played at night, I'm just spraying everybody black, a highlight of grey from a distance, and then like a tiny little of white or yellow or something, just as a tiny highlight, street lights, so I can get playing in the game. Sometimes you've got to be cheeky to actually get your stuff on the table, because we're not all amazing painters, you know. Not you know, amazing painting should be for this sort of thing, for stuff that you see in your magazines that's gorgeous, or it's demo games, etc., to get people interested. If you're playing the game yourself, just throw some paint at it, get it on the table and play the game. Obviously for us, we have to try and make a little bit of an effort because it's being filmed. But also saying that, when your camera is like set up here and your models are 3 feet away, it really makes no difference. Just get a base coat of paint on them, crack on with it. Another thing I've noticed about these is they are not slimy resin. A lot of resin I find can feel a bit slimy. These are nicely done. I don't think I'll be cleaning these. I'll just clip them out, crack on with them, get them glued, get them sprayed, get them on the table. That's my plan. So the next video in this little series will be myself and I think Grant. I think Grant's playing. Is it going to be Grant playing? I think it's Grant. We're trying this out. We'll use the forces that are in the box. Obviously we're going to have to download the player cards. That's me still shaking my head at that idea. Yeah, it's all very well. I mean, I know a lot of people play their stuff with their tablets and stuff like that, but no, I like the stuff in front of me in a vague hope I don't forget something. Doesn't happen very often. So there's a lot of stuff out for this game. I presume that all of the old figures are compatible. Don't ask me, I'm just irrelevant. But however, it's a nice looking little game. I'm actually really intrigued to see how it plays, because we come from the Marvel background where we really like that game. This will, you know, it's DC, it's Batman. We'll just see how it plays compared to that. But I always make sure I never read any of the reviews or watch any battle reports or anything like that. I always try to bring my own freshness to the game. So as I said, I never played it, version 1 of this. I've got it, it's in a cupboard next door, and I got Harley Quinn for my first faction, her and some of her thugs. Haven't painted them, never played the game. And now this one's come along, we've been sent a set. Thank you, Night Models. We love you, even though you don't put all the cards in, so he allows me to play the game. Bad people, bad people. But saying that, it's a good looking game. So, if you've already played it, stick a little message in me crotch box. Let me know how you found it, just so I can, you know, gauge your responses to it. If there's anything else you want to ask about Hammer, again, just stick it down there. And as usual, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what subscribe. You don't like it, don't want to subscribe, you don't have to like and subscribe. We would like it if you liked and subscribed. And until next time, stay hammered. Doodly doo doo doo. That's my Batman in case you actually hadn't realised what I'm actually doing. So, till next time,